This is the Everest podcast for the Australian Turf Club, and it's a real treat today to have the owner of Classique Legend and, of course, so many other wonderful horses, Bon Ho. How are you, Bon?
I'm very well, Tim. Thank you for this interview.
Well, let's start. Let's wind the clock back to the wonderful time last year when this beautiful horse, Classique Legend, won the Everest. Can you tell us your thoughts on that win?
Well, it was obviously very, very exciting to see one's horse winning the Everest, which is basically a race each and every one of our Australian owners would like to win. And Unfortunately, I wasn't in Sydney at the time. I was in Hong Kong, and watching it live with a link sent to me by ATC. So we were cheering, shouting. I was doing that with my wife, and it was unbelievable. It was exciting. Yeah.
He's such a beautiful horse, isn't he? I've had the opportunity through our program Racing Dreams on Sky News here in Australia to meet Classique Legend a number of times and interview Les Bridge. He's just a beautiful looking horse and got a great temperament.
Exactly. Yes. It's a horse that every everyone connected to him, all connections, uh, trainer, jockeys, handlers, everyone just loved this horse. His temperament is unbelievable, and he's strong, he's loving, he's kind, and I wish I could be in Sydney patting him right now, but but I'm sure that a lot of other people are doing what I like to do, feeding him with carrots and talking to him and petting and scratching him. But um, I'm very lucky to own this horse. And I'm forever grateful for Neville Back and Kamel Size for buying this horse for me.
Yeah, he's a beautiful horse. And Les Bridge, well, Les was very confident ahead of the Everest last year, and in just comments yesterday, he said that he is looking wonderfully well, and I'm sure that you're on the phone to Les all the time. So, a couple of months away, or a bit over a couple of months away, he's in very good shape.
Yes, Les just sent me a video this morning of the horse. He looks fantastic, and the horse is really, really happy at the moment. He knows he's at home now, and I think Les, quite rightly so, is really optimistic of what's going to happen between now and the Everest. The horse going to have a trial. I was told just this morning on the 10th of August, and I think fingers crossed. Um, he should do quite well with trial and then the lead up races. Um, but uh, what we can say is that Les has given me a lot of confidence, and I think Les is very confident in himself, and Karen McAvoy is very happy, very confident. But with a big race like that, you never know. But I think if all goes well, the horse will be very competitive.
And Les, he's such an a laconic figure as well. He's a legend, isn't he? When you think of he's winning the Melbourne Cup with Kensei and Sir Dapper and Hot Danish, and he's a man of few words, but just he's an extraordinary figure, isn't he? When you look at racing worldwide, probably.
Yes, I've been an owner 30 years, 40 years, and Les is his character is unique in terms of trainers. Lots of them talks quite a bit, funny, humorous, um, and a guy like Casper Fans, good friend, talkative. But Les is another type of extreme character. He wouldn't utter a word unless he has to. and and, uh, and I think classic legend is his favorite topic now, and he can keep on talking for 2 minutes on classic legend on a video. So that proves that the horses excites him quite a bit, and I think he's looking very much forward, like myself, towards the 16th of October. Um, And what we can say is that we are both very excited, building up the to gradual increasing excitement towards the Everest. Um, and it's a great race. Not that I have my classic legend, which should be one of the favorites, but I think the race itself, the occasion itself, the carnival itself, it must be very exciting for race goers and all the owners and ATC. It's a great day. It will be a
And,
great.
and and you've combined with the ATC, Bon. You now have the slot for the next few years in the Everest, and tell us a little bit about that. And of course, your involvement with the foundation as well, the ATC Foundation, doing some amazing work helping people all over Australia.
Well, that was about 1.5 years ago when Jamie Buckley asked me if I would like to take over their slot at a price, and I agreed. For 3 years, and I agreed. And this coming October is the second year of the 3 years. And I don't know what's going to happen after 3 years. That slot will go back to ATC, and I don't know what sort of arrangement, because the slots originally allocated to 12 people, and anybody who wants to get in have to buy from existing slot holders, and usually they pay a premium, and I had to do that. But I wish I could be one of the get the same treatment as the founding slot holders, but it's difficult. You probably need the agreement of all these slot holders and who else, I don't know. But I have this year and next year to go to look forward to.
And what about the word legend in your horses? Can you tell us the background behind that? Why?
Started off with Southern Legend. Southern Legend was my first buy, my first horse, first Ealing in Australia, and it proves to be a very, very good horse. So I just follow it. I'm a simple man. I have 56, last count, 56 horses in Australia, and finding 56 different names kind of be difficult. But
Yes.
with the legend there, it's very easy. Yeah, cloudy legend, stormy legend, thunder legend. I just have to find a word, find an adjective, and I got a name of a horse. So I do that. I do that with all my horses here and all my horses in the UK, and makes life simpler for me.
And well, I'll tell you what, they all sound good too. And when they run like Classic Legend and win races like the Everest, it makes it even better. Look, I know that you're in China at the moment, and you'd really love to be, like we all would, to be at the racetrack. But tell us a little bit about your thoughts, particularly on Randwick, because you've been there many times.
Randwick is a great race course, and I really like the sentiment, the atmosphere, and the way it was treated horse racing in Australia. In Hong Kong, horse racing is also like a daily life of people, but in Australia, I was told basically each and every restaurant or pubs, etc., would have a television, TAB there, and people follow races in Australia, generally follow races. In the Melbourne Cup, they give people a day off. So it's like a culture in Australia, and this makes it so much more enjoyable for owners and people, the population, etc. I think it's a good thing. I think it's fabulous. And comparing Australia to the UK, I think Australia's done a lot better than other jurisdictions on horse racing.
And people should be proud. You're very much a global man. You've seen a lot around the world. People that haven't had the opportunity to go out of Australia should be very proud of the industry and the work the Australian Turf Club does, and what facilities and what racing we do have here.
Yes, you don't have to go far. You compare Australian racing with New Zealand racing, and you can tell how much better Australian racing has fair performed compared to other jurisdictions. I'm not single out New Zealand saying that, but it's just like New Zealand, the UK, they're nursery for horses. But with the level of prize money Australian the Australian horse race is able to offer, you have the better race horses in Australia, and owners are willing to keep the horses in Australia, and that makes the culture more into the livelihood of people. They follow good horses, they follow big races, and the good horse will only stay if the prize money is there, and people only willing to pay for good horses if the prize money is there. So I think Australia's done excellently with all these sort of arrangements.
What do you think of the Everest as a race? You might have an extra bit of favouritism after winning it last year.
Yeah, I like it. Obviously, I like it, but I think this is something that the Australian Turf Club and the connections have done very well in figuring out this race in New South Wales. But the drawback is it's not even a Group 1. It attracts the best sprinters from the country, but it's not even afforded a Group 1 standing. And people want to participate would have to get a slot owner to joint venture. So these are the two difficulties that I think they probably have to sort it out in due course.
But that to one side, and obviously, everything, nothing is quite perfect, but it is an amazing race, isn't it? And the way that it's taken off since 2017, it's such a young race.
Yes, it is, and it is attracting the best racehorses from Australia, and I think last year we have one or two from Godolphin, from the UK. So we're by and large attracting the best sprinters into that one single race. We don't know who the runners are this year, but I'm sure that the owners of the best sprinters will be thinking of the Everest and how do they get to run in that race. And the slot owners were probably thinking, we're the best sprinters, how to get the best sprinters to fit in their slot. So I think by and large, all the best sprinters will be in the race come the Everest Day.
And finally, if we can get the Bon Ho crystal ball out, does Classic Legend make it back-to-back wins? Even though you may not be able to be there, you'll be hopefully yelling and screaming in wherever you are with another win. You and Les.
That will be my dream. That's something I dream of every night until the 16th of October.
Bon, thanks so much for coming on the Everest podcast for the Australian Turf Club. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Tim.